Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this week I've done a baby portrait and I am reviewing Bristol board paper. Now the pad I have here is made by Seawhite of Brighton and it's an A4 size and it is 240 grams per square metre. Bristol board is the name of the paper, it's not the name of the make, so you get lots of different makes from this. I bought mine in Hobbycraft and I can't actually remember how much it was, but they do it in various sizes in Hobbycraft. Now it's a really nice paper, it's very smooth and very weighty, and normally I measure paper in pounds per square inch, but this one only measures it in grams per square metre. So I would say it's probably about 140 pounds. Right, this is a photo that I'm going to be doing. This is my son at 2 weeks old. Just to put it in context, he will be 40 this year, so this is some time ago. And I am going to be using coloured pencils to do this portrait. Now this Bristol board is a very smooth finish, so normally I use cartridge paper, so it'll be interesting to see what it comes out like on the Bristol board. These are my pencils. I'm not actually reviewing them, I've reviewed them before. They're made by Faber-Castell. They're polychromos pencils and they are professional quality. I've got 120 in this box, so there is a really nice range of colours. As you can see, this is the first layer, so there's 40 pencils on each layer. So the second layer, and the great thing about professional pencils is that you can buy them individually, so when you've used one up you can replace it, but they are very pricey. I'm not sure how much they cost now. When I bought mine they were about £120. Now they're probably 160. I don't know, I'm not sure. But anyway, so those are the pencils I'm going to be using, and they come in a nice tin, but then a lot of budget price pencils also come in nice tins. But they are a really good pencil, but not for beginners, because you want to try out with something cheaper. Now I'm sorry, but I missed the first bit of this video. In fact, I missed the bit showing my pencils, so I've had to re-record it. So I thought my camera was on and it wasn't, so I have already started drawing. So apologies for that. So I'm just drawing out the face first, and I don't use a lead pencil, I use a coloured pencil. You can still erase it just as easily. But if you use a graphite pencil, then sometimes the dust from the graphite pencil can get into your drawing and give the skin tones in particular a greyish tone. So I prefer to outline my sketches or drawings with a coloured pencil, one that is fairly sympathetic to the colour that will be on the paper anyway. So I found the paper was, as I said before, was very nice and smooth. I still found that my pencil lines showed a little bit, which I wasn't expecting, but maybe I really just need to get used to using the paper. At the end of this video, I'll show you a baby portrait I did, which again is just a sketch and is of my youngest son, and it's one I did using just the cartridge paper that's inside a sketchbook, and you will see the difference how grainy that one looks. And I will try out this paper with pencil, with graphite as well. I'm quite looking forward to doing that, and also with pen and ink, but it's not the paper. If you want to do watercolours, don't use this paper. It's used a lot of the time for technical drawing because it is so smooth. So we'll see. Now I noticed since I've done this that I did get a few things wrong, and I'm going to point them out to show you, just so you don't make the same mistakes. Now, if you see, I've got my photograph at some points, it's not directly in line with my pad of paper. It kind of veers to the left or right. So that's very difficult then to get the angle of the head and the body and everything right. If your photograph is not at the same angle as your paper, then you will definitely suffer from difficulties. And I feel now I've done this that his head should have been lying a little bit further back. Also the mouth is definitely the wrong shape. It goes down more, it's more of a bow shaped than I put in. Mine goes across a little bit too much. And there is also, when I was doing the nose, I found that it was A, too long, and B, it was slightly too far from the left eye as you're looking at it, his right eye. So that the bridge of the nose was too far across to our right as we're looking at the picture. So this is why I always like to do a sketch first. So if I was going to do a finished picture of this one, then this is the sketch. This is where I make my mistakes, and then I come in and do a finished painting and hopefully don't make any mistakes. Right, so colouring in the body of his baby grow. And it's important to get the folds, and it's important to get the highlights and the lowlights, because that's what makes your picture more three-dimensional. Now the bib has a little picture of a mouse on it, so you'll find that once I've drawn that, it will look much more realistic. And it's little details like that that really add a depth to your drawing. And I'm trying to fade it out at the ends. Now my mother was actually holding her first grandson, and she's wearing a black cardigan, as you can see. Her hand is coming down here, so I'm just putting the hand in to give some context as to how the baby is lying there. Now I didn't like, when I coloured it in afterwards, this kind of black. I wanted it to fade out, but it didn't really work that well. So if I was doing it as a finished picture, I would think again, maybe I would take it to the edge. I don't know, but definitely wasn't that keen on it. So coming up in a minute is the other sketch that I did of my youngest son. Here it is, and you can see, particularly on the right, where the pencil is quite grainy, and I'll show it with the portrait I did today next to it. And that one, when I look up close, the face is definitely not as grainy as the one on the left. So here's the finished picture. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video, and hope you will subscribe, and take care. See you all soon. Bye.